It was an evening with a difference. Glamour, class, and calm were in the air. In respect of the COVID-19 protocols, selected people were invited to grace the occasion. The ambience was serene, and it was sure something different was about to happen. It was at the residence of the French ambassador to Nigeria, Jerome Pasquier. He was everywhere, welcoming his guests and ensuring that they had a great evening. The occasion was a literary evening dedicated by the French ambassador to Abubakar Adam Ibrahim, a multi-award winning Nigerian creative writer and journalist. A winner of the inaugural Etisalat Prize for Literature in 2014 with his debut short story collection, The Whispering Trees. In 2016, he won the Africa's largest literary prize, the Nigerian Prize for Literature, with his first novel, Season of Crimson Blossoms. It was to his honor that this gathering was dedicated to celebrate his latest literary work, Dreams and Assorted Nightmares. His Excellency, the Ambassador of France to Nigeria, set the ball rolling with his opening remarks.
If I understand a little about Nigeria, I have to say that I learn much more by literature, by reading books, than by reading diplomatic cables. Don't repeat that outside.
Thereafter, a brief citation of Abubakar was read, after which he was invited to read from his latest work.
A 2020 Dorama Fellow, a 2018 Art Omi Fellow, a 2013 Gabriel Garcia Marquez Fellow, and a 2015 Civitella Raneri Fellow. Abubakar has been nominated for various awards, including the Kane Prize in 2013, the BBC African Performance Playwriting Competition in 2007, and the Amateur Baird Prize for Prose in 2008. He was also included in the Hay Festival Africa 39 list of the most promising sub-Saharan African writers under 40. So, let's get to it. Abubakar Adam Ibrahim, welcome.
Oh my God, he cried. This is perfect! Perfect! His hands shaking with excitement like a child mesmerized by a cashier of candies. Surrounded by pieces of his broken art, Mororo mounted the canvas back on the easel and walked like a demented man, his hands flying between the palette and the canvas, prisoner of an unrelenting spirit. I busied myself gathering the broken things, salvaging what wasn't permanently damaged. He walked through the night and all through the next day, and when he finished the next afternoon, blurry-eyed, he put down his brush, shoved his hands in his pockets, on the pocket of his coverall, and stood like someone whose life mission had been accomplished.
The occasion offered an interactive session between the guest and Abubakar. Abubakar Adam Ibrahim was described as a man of many parts.
His writing is very lyrical and it's compelling, such that he can write a story that you do not want to read because it's tragic. Like this book we're talking about, Dreams and Assorted Nightmares. It's a book of tragedy. Most of the stories are tragic, but they are relatable.
I think that Abu Bakr is really fascinating in terms of the level of detail. I haven't read his book, but based on the excerpts he read tonight, the level of detail was just amazing.
He spoke with our crew about the message in Dreams and Assorted Nightmares.
The most important thing when I was writing was to tell a fascinating story that people would enjoy reading. For me, that is fundamental, very important. But then at the same time, it's a story about a place, right, where people came from other places to come and inhabit. Sort of like Nigeria, right, where the Hausas, the Igbo, the Yorubas, everyone else came from somewhere, and somehow we ended up in this place, and somehow we ended up in this country, right? And now we have to live together, one way or the other. And it's important that we learn to recognize our differences and appreciate them instead of using them as a barrier for our unity. That is essential.
By the time the event ended, it was obvious everyone was fulfilled and of the opinion that Abubakar Adam Ibrahim is a writer and a journalist, is a man of many parts.
French diplomacy, we think that culture is very important. We are supposed to promote French culture abroad, and we try to do it, but I consider that it cannot be one way. It has to be two ways. So we try to promote French culture here, but we also try to promote Nigerian culture in France, and especially Nigerian literature now. We have quite a lot of Nigerian books that have been translated into French, and frankly speaking, Nigerian writers are very successful in France. You have very, very good Nigerian writers. Abubakar Adam Ibrahim is one of them, but just plenty of them now, and they are very successful in France.
Guests left the event with great appreciation for the ambassador of France to Nigeria, for not just the honor accorded Abubakar Adam Ibrahim, but for his support to the literary community in Nigeria.